Okay, I'm back. I really don't know what the fuck happened on that last, I don't know, it happened about 10 minutes ago. I don't know if, like, YouTube fucked up, or I don't know. It's not my internet. I mean, my internet's been running fine, so that's not the reason that my stream got cut off. So I'm not really sure what happened, but try this again, I guess. Okay, so we finished the prologue to Chaos Head, which was, well, it was kind of a uninterruptible sequence, I guess. I would turn around and nobody would be there, but I'd be sure somebody was looking at me. I could feel this sensation, like something crawling on my neck. Was I just too self-conscious? Did I have some kind of phobia about being looked at? Up until elementary school, I honestly believed that it was God. God is watching me, I would say. Yeah, I think we're back. I have no idea what happened. I think maybe YouTube fucked up or something, because my internet, nothing's happened with my internet. It's been fine all this time, so I have no idea why it did that. I wrote an essay about something like that. Of course, looking back, I realized how silly it was. I was the biggest chuny dork. Is this kinda a schizo post? What do you mean? If somebody were to ever read that essay, I'd be so embarrassed I'd never leave my house again. Fweh. I still remember the thing's title. Whose eyes are those? The back of the chair I was resting in made a creaking sound like the voice of an old woman.
僕を見るな。
I whispered those words as I looked up at the ceiling, feeling sick and annoyed. Of course, no one responded. This was my room. I lived alone. Nobody was here but me. Just for the hell of it, I turned around. The room was longer than it was wide, and it was a little dark. The only light in the room came from my computer's desk light. There were no windows, so of course it was dark. Since I had no way of looking outside, I had no way of knowing if it was night or day. I turned toward a corner of the dark room and spoke to no one in particular. Yeah, he's got a bunch of Bishoujo figures here. Yeah, he's got a bikini girl here.
僕の名前は西條匠、17歳。水明学園2年。と言っても学校にはほとんど行ってないけど。
Takumi Nishijo, okay.
まあそれでも勉強はできる方だよ。定期テストはちゃんと受けてる。しかもそれなりに上位の点数を取ってるからね。頭はいいんだ。
Of course, nothing happened when I said this. Nobody appeared out of the darkness. The dark space just existed silently. But darkness stimulates the mind, makes it see delusions. Not being able to see whatever's there makes it an unknown. You know in your head what's impossible, but somewhere inside your heart, you imagine terrible things lurking within the darkness. Jeez. Whenever a scary delusion popped into my head, my mind always ran away with it. I kept talking to try and shake it out of my mind.
僕は現在アウェイじゃなかった。渋谷で一人暮らしをしてる。この紅会館ビルは父さんの経営するビル会社の管理下にあるんだけど、その屋上に設置されたコンテナハウスを格安で借りてるんだ。
No, dude. He lives in a fucking shipping container. Holy shit, dude.
街の環境は最悪。僕が住んでる新船町は小さな坂が多いから疲れるし、すぐ近くにラブホ街もあるし。
Oh yeah, you said storage crate. Yep, you were fucking right. Damn.
ここが秋葉なら最高だったのに。ほんと渋谷ってひどい街だ。円数で言うとディーンズバレーくらいひどい。
Well, of course he wants to live in Akihabara. I mean, being the otaku that he clearly is. ESO was the MMORPG that I had made my life's work. Oh, so he's a game developer. It's short for Empire Sweeper Online. I spent almost all day and almost all night playing the game, passing my time in the world of Basilard. Or wait, maybe he just means... Yeah, maybe he just means life's work like, I don't know, like he's viewing playing the game as work. I don't know. Dean's Valley is an area in ESO with a lot of really aggravating monsters in it. They use all kinds of obnoxious status ailment attacks, but they don't even drop decent items. Anybody who grinds there is an idiot. Good players give up on it quickly and head to the next area, the Forest of Liate. And obviously, I'm a good player.
というわけでドキュンと恋愛資本主義者が集まるこんな街は即刻滅ぶべきだね。
Hold on, can we... Okay. What is a DQN? Pronounced Dokyun, a thug, bully, or someone who's part of the dregs of society. Okay. We already know what an MMORPG is and what Chuni is. Yeah.
でもこの部屋の住み心地はまあまあ我慢できるレベル。PC とネット環境は最高水準クラスが揃ってるからね。まあ学生にしては上等の基地じゃないかな。あ、だから僕はこの部屋のことをベースって呼んでる。
The base. Of course, nothing in the room moved except for me. Oh, you don't know what a Chuni is? Have you ever heard of the anime Chunibyo? Actually, it's not just that anime. There's like several anime uh that have a character, like a main character or whatever, who's a chuuni. Talking to myself was starting to make me feel like an idiot, so I decided to stop introducing myself to whoever was watching me.
それにしても汚い部屋だな。
It smelled moldy. The air was so stale and damp you could feel it on your skin. The floor was piled high with empty plastic drink bottles and trays left over from convenience store lunches. The bed was stacked high with H games. I always ended up having to sleep on the sofa.
片付けろよな。誰だよ散らかしっぱなしにしたのは。って僕か。
Bro, what the fuck? My creepy laugh kind of annoyed me, so I kicked the plastic bottle at my feet. Look at these Bishojo figures. Oh, look, he's got, I can't think of her name. Isn't she from, like, Azumanga Daioh or something? I don't know. It flew up almost high enough to hit my figure shelf. I screamed and leaned forward, using my own body to block it. I've got almost 100 wives, big sisters, and daughters, and I can't let them get hurt. They keep me going, so they're very important to me. I cleaned and organized the shelf once a week. It was the only cleaning I did. Every day I tried to find new angles and positions to make them look cuter. I didn't want my beloved daughters and sisters getting dusty, so I always made sure to clean them. I breathed a sigh of relief and tossed the bottle into a corner, then faced back toward my PC. The PC sat in the far corner of my room. Next to the monitor was a figure from my favorite anime, BT, or Bloodtoon the Animation. Seiretan 1/8 scale pre-awakening version. She smiled at me while posing cutely.
セーラー、かわいいよ、セーラー。
I whispered as Seiretan and I stared into each other's eyes for a minute. Then I gulped down the bottle of soda next to the computer. It was lukewarm, but that didn't bother me.
さてと、円すらないと。
I sank down into the chair and put my hands on the keyboard. Just the act of sitting at the computer was enough to calm me. My ESO character, Nightheart, was a paladin, already on his second reincarnation. Paladin, a holy knight, one of the class. Yeah. High defense, resistance to dark elemental attacks, can use healing. It's widely regarded as the strongest class in the game. Okay, and then the girl he was just talking about, Seira Orgol. The main character in the anime Bloodtoon, her catchphrase is dork. Oh, like Baka, mate? I don't know. A very typical childhood friend tsundere character. 17 years old. She turns into a magical girl. Okay. He was level 50, the max, of course. He was also the highest ranked player on any active server. Almost every player knew the name Lightning Fast and Nightheart, and they all treated me like a god. Rare weapons, rare armor, rare magic. I had it all. I had 95% of all the rare items in the game. Not as many as I wanted, honestly. And I had more money points than I could ever use in a lifetime. RMT, or real money trading, was how I made money to use in the real world. I had enough to survive for 6 months without having to get a part-time job. Bro, this dude lives off of money he makes from playing a video game. Act of trading in-game items for real money. Only possible in a game where a system exists for players to exchange items. I was a master of the chat tool. I used it for almost all of my communication. I'd even saved a life on Atchan, a huge message board once, and I was always there whenever a festival was going down. Oh, right. And I had way more than 100 friends on Frapara. That's a social network. A community-oriented contains... Yeah. Okay. Respect, trust, it was all right here. I didn't go to school. It wasn't that I didn't want to go, just there was no point. I did all my studying on the internet, and obviously you can do that at home. Yeah. Of course, you needed to attend a certain number of classes to graduate, so I went just enough to get the bare minimum passing grade. This was the smartest way for a student to live. My parents were pretty obnoxious about this stuff. Well, keep in mind, this visual novel was made back in 2007? Something like that. So, the restrictions around money trading or whatever back then may not have been as in intensive as they are now. Yeah, in fact, let me double check that real quick. So yeah, that would mean that this visual novel came out right around the same time that Majikoi did. Let me see. Chaos Head. Chaos Head came out in 2008. Okay, so I was pretty close. And then Chaos Head Noah, which is kind of like a director's cut or whatever, came out like a year later. So So I made myself a schedule for when I'd go to school. According to the sheet, all I had to do was go to school 2.5 times a week. The people who went every day called me a creepy otaku, but if you ask me, I'd tell you that they were morons for going just because someone told them they should. Anyway, my life here is not that bad. Oh crap. I got so distracted by that gaze, I forgot I was talking to Grim. Grim was the screen name of a guy I always partied up with in ESO. I'd never met him in real life, but we talked all the time online. He brought me a lot of valuable information. He was like my own personal informant, you could say. I sat down and began to type at the keyboard. Okay, I'll go ahead and read this conversation then. Grim, hey, Nightheart. Grim, what's wrong? You're not responding. Did you fall asleep? Nightheart, sorry. I didn't fall asleep, but I kinda spaced out, lol. Grim, you must be really tired. Grim, you not sleeping enough? Grim, doing hentai stuff with your girlfriend? lol. Grim, all day, all night. Nightheart, I'm not into 3D girls, lol. This guy kind of sounds like Suguru from Majikoi. Grim and I would talk about all kinds of things. Since I couldn't see his face, it was easy to tell him anything. Of course, in the real world, that's not how it would go. Grim, so you're a 2D man then? Grim, H games? Nightheart, you're really in a hentai mood tonight, huh? Grim, you always have really perverted delusions though, right? Grim, you used to always talk about them. You really were into them. Grim, something about doing naughty things with a girl in a school swimsuit? Nightheart, was I? Nightheart, I don't really remember. Nightheart, anyway. Nightheart, if that's what you want to talk about, let's discuss something near to my heart. School swimsuit plus glasses. Bro, what? Bro, what is this? Uh, wait. Okay, can I save this? Here, I'm gonna save. We're gonna do like I did with Magikoi, where I save for every decision. Okay, we're going yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yes. A real school swimsuit has the girl's name written on the chest. What? Bro, what even is this? Like, I don't understand if they're asking me if a school swimsuit has a girl's name written on it. I don't know. Whatever, I'll just say yes, I guess. There's no such thing as a white school swimsuit. School swimsuits have to be dark blue. Now, this is true. I mean, every school swimsuit you see in anime that's dark blue, so that is true. Okay, Nightheart, school swimsuit plus glasses is the default combination. Nightheart, the spot for the name on the chest is what makes it a school swimsuit. That's important, so don't forget it. It'll be on the test. Nightheart, and a school swimsuit has to be dark blue. Nothing else is acceptable. Grim, lol, come on, man. Grim, you like glasses, girls? Nightheart, swimsuit plus glasses. That's the thing. Nightheart, normally you take your glasses off if you were going swimming, right? Nightheart, and yet the girl doesn't. Nightheart, that's what really gets the delusions going. Grim, a complete and utter perv. That's our Nightheart. Grim, we fear him, but we love him. LOL. Nightheart, calm down, man. Nightheart, I mean, maybe I did get a little excited. Nightheart, I try to be the cool, silent type. Grim, cool, LOL. Nightheart, don't laugh. Nightheart, anyway, what were we talking about before I fell asleep? I mean, I'm sure it was ESO stuff. Grim, you forgot? Come on, man. Grim, we were talking about the murders in the 3D world. The murders in the 3D world? What was he talking about? Shogun entered the room. Current members 3. Grim. Hello, Shogun. Nightheart, sup? I said, but Shogun didn't reply. Was this asshole ignoring me? I was trying to be friendly here. Didn't he know who I was? I was lightning fast Nightheart, damn it. This is supposed to be a no lurker channel anyway. Falling asleep online. Screen name, LOL. School swimsuit. Competition swimsuits. What's word means standard? Okay. Yeah. Think we already knew all that. Well, whatever. I decided to ignore him. That's the nice thing about the internet. You don't have to care about other people unless you want to. Nightheart, so what were we talking about? At Grim. Grim, the murders. Nightheart, I don't care about anything 3D. Nightheart, it's probably something stupid anyway, right? Grim, yeah, I guess. Grim, but pretty shocking still. Shocking. Some kind of grisly serial killings or something? A lot of bad stuff had been happening lately. Nightheart, more Guro pictures? Grim, oh right, you can't handle Guro, LOL. Nightheart, I mean, I can handle it. No, I actually didn't want to see any of that stuff. But there were a lot of fakes and altered images going around lately, and trolls love to set all kinds of traps. You ended up seeing a lot of the stuff whether you wanted to or not.
まあ少しは目が慣れてきちゃってるのかも。
Grim, and to think you're the strongest paladin in Basilard. Nightheart, I don't PK though. PK meant player killing. It's when you attack a stranger and steal their equipment or money points. Only DQNs did that. DQNs were thugs and losers, the lowest form of life. was that just now? Chew? Someone who acts or talks like a child. Oh, okay, whatever. Nightheart, I'm no Chew. I don't do things that would make other people upset. Nightheart, I never violate ESO's rules. Nightheart, that's my policy. I did a shit ton of RMT though. Grim, yeah, you're the hero we all love and adore. LOL. Mochitsuke. Mochitsuke, a mid-2000s internet phrase meaning cool it. Oh, okay. Grim, new generation. Grim, you know about it, right? Nightheart, question mark. New generation? What the hell was that? It wasn't something I already knew about, right? Grim seemed to act like I was supposed to know about it. Nightheart, what's new gen? Grim, the new generation madness. Grim, they call it new gen online for short. Grim, it's the weird serial murders going on in Shibuya right now. Grim, it's all happening right near your house, LOL. Oh, right. It was coming back to me. But I only knew the basic outline. I hadn't really looked into it. I searched for new gen and got a hit immediately.
この1ヶ月の間に渋谷で発生した2つの事件のことをニュージェネと呼ぶ。その犠牲者は胎児を含めて7人。1つ目の事件は友人同士5人による高層ビルからの集団ダイブ。2つ目の事件では男性の体内から胎児が出てきた。
Unborn baby found in a man's stomach? Bro, what kind of fucked up shit is that?
これマジかよ。
I felt a cold chill run down my spine. What was the OP? You mean like what happened in the OP? I found myself turning around again and glancing around the dark room. Taboo! News had a lot of old articles about New Gen, so I quickly skinned them. Well, I don't know. Sorry. It says 5 people jumped off a skyscraper, so that would be suicide, not murder. Yeah, it was, I don't know, it was just like a guy laying on the ground. He couldn't move. And then like some girl came up to him and got like really close to him, like she was about to kiss him or something. But then she like stuck a sword in him to like kill him, and he didn't even really like feel it, because he said like the girl was like so I don't know, so gentle. So yeah. Supposedly the whole internet was talking about it, calling it the new generation madness. There were 2 incidents. One was a murder case that was so brutal that some TV stations weren't even willing to have their anchors describe it. And the first one, the group dive off a skyscraper. there were rumors that it might have been a murder too. Okay, so apparently they think the baby in the man's stomach was a murder. I guess he probably sliced him open after he killed him and then put the baby inside him, I guess. The parents and friends of the deceased all said they weren't the type to commit suicide. There was no sign of a motive, and from a lot of the other pieces of circumstantial evidence, it was supposedly impossible to believe that they were about to kill themselves. Nightheart, I took a quick look. Okay, yeah, so you missed the girl then. You didn't see the girl appear. He thought that the girl might have been an angel, too. Grim, well, starting to shake and shiver? A phrase used by 2000s era otaku. Okay. Nightheart, not really. Don't care. Grim, here. And then he's got a URL with some image file, apparently. Grim, look at this, LOL.
グリムのやつ、僕をバカにして楽しんでるな。
Grim, oh, sorry, Nightheart. What is it? Grim, a picture of the corpse. He did this stuff sometimes. But if I let him get me, I'd lose my reputation as Nightheart. No matter what I was in the real world, in ESO, I was a god. The strongest. I knew everything. I was stronger than everybody. I was a knight fighting for justice. Nobody was going to make fun of me. I worked up my courage and clicked on the URL. What the hell was this picture? Nightheart. LOL, you got me, LOLOL. Nightheart. Who drew this? LOL. Grim. Something in Japanese, which we are going to look up. Oh, it's an emoji that depicts a person waving their hand. What? This doesn't look fucking anything like somebody waving their hand. Okay, whatever. Grim, I whipped it up in 2 minutes just now. Nightheart, you're our generation's Picasso, LOL. Grim, anyway, that was fun, but I'm gonna sleep. Nightheart, night. Grim, see you tomorrow in Basilard. Grim left the room. Current members, 2. Oh, right, that Shogun guy was still here. I'd totally forgotten about him. Not that he mattered. I wasn't feeling that tired, so I decided to do some grinding in ESO. Oh, wait. Today was the day Bloodtoon aired. I didn't have a TV in my room. All I needed was a PC.
あと15分ぐらいか。その前にトイレでも行っておこうかな。
I looked at the figure of Seiraton next to my monitor and grinned. I was going to get to see her today. I couldn't wait. Just as I went to close the chat window, though.
あれ
Shogun. It's a URL linking another image, it looks like. Shogun had typed something.
なんだよこいつ急に。
I thought he was a lurker, Chew. From the file type, it looked like a link to an image, but someone I didn't know and someone who'd never even talked to me was suddenly sending me a link. I gulped without even realizing I'd done so. I didn't know why, but I felt a terrible premonition, one I'd never felt with any interaction online before. Of course, I didn't want to click it. I glanced over at the clock. There were only 12 minutes left until my date with Seiretan. I needed to wrap this up fast. Nightheart. What the heck kind of Kome's trap is this? LOL. Alright. Kome's trap. Slang used by 2000s era Japanese otaku to refer to any type of clever trap. Okay. What? The pronoun you use depends on gender, age, personality, relationship to the speaker, and surrounding social context. Unfortunately, trying to replicate this in English results in a script that's frustrating and nigh unreadable, so it has been deliberately left out. Okay. Shogun, the world changes if you click it. Nightheart, LOL what? I tried to act like he wasn't scaring me. Honestly, I didn't even want to talk to this guy. He was making me nervous. I could feel myself sweating. Was this Shogun guy even Japanese? If he wasn't, there'd be no way I could talk to him. Shogun, sorry for scaring you. Huh? He was talking normally. I felt a little relieved. Nightheart, nah, it's cool, man. Nightheart, why were you lurking? Did somebody tell you to lurk for 6 months before you could type? Shogun, I was thinking. Nightheart, where are you from? For some reason, there was a strange pause. Shogun, Shibuya. The articles I'd just read about the new generation incidents came racing back into my mind. Just envisioning them in my mind was bad enough. If I'd seen them in reality, I don't think I could have handled it. A man's stomach ripped open, the body of an unborn baby stuffed inside. And when those 5 friends jumped off a building, they were probably just chunks of meat after they landed. Just imagining it made me want to vomit. I quickly shook my head to get the images out of my mind. This Shogun guy was just so shady, it was making me delusional when I didn't need to be. I wished he would just go away. Nightheart, I'm from Shibuya too. Nightheart, a lot of weird stuff's happening here lately, huh? Shogun, it's not over.
なんだこれ。
Nightheart, Shibuya, shake and shiver. Shogun. What is that? A caret? Like fun to the power of 10x int to the power of 40 equals LR2. Was this Shogun guy just crazy? I'm really smart, and I'd never seen that formula before. I decided to run a search for it. At times like these, it was great to have access to an internet connection.
あれ、ヒットしないな。
Was this guy just trying to pretend to be smart and writing out some nonsense formula? It didn't make any sense. Shogun, this formula has murdered the possibilities of the world. What? Nightheart, I have no idea what that means. Nightheart, anyway, what was that link? Nightheart, actually... Okay. Well, he just sent him a link, like a bunch of links of image files. He typed in several URLs at blinding speed. What was this guy's deal? Was he just entertaining himself by trying to scare me? Was he a buddy of Grimm's and they were having fun with me? I felt the gaze again and looked around the room. But of course, there was nothing there but a filthy dark room, the same as always. I felt a strange sense of terror. Feeling like you were constantly being watched kept you from ever truly relaxing.
僕を見るな。
When I said the words, I could tell my voice was shaking. My old filthy room felt like something completely different now. They say that sometimes after you watch a horror movie or TV show, or hear a friend tell you a scary story, even a place you know well, like your own house, will start to seem strange and terrifying, and you'll be too scared to even go to the bathroom alone at night. Right now, I was experiencing something just like that.
くそ、釣られたりするもんか。
Shaking, I leaned toward the monitor and I suddenly felt my right hand index finger tense up as I clicked one of Shogun's links.
ちょ、
To be honest, I had no idea why I'd done that. It wasn't like my hand moved on its own or anything like that. It was as if I'd done it without thinking. That was the only way I could describe it. It felt like exactly the wrong thing to do, but still I found myself clicking it as if the motion was completely natural.
なんだよこれ。
I found myself staring at what seemed to be some kind of strange work of art. Something that looked like a porcupine or a pincushion, nailed to the wall in the shape of a cross, and beneath the porcupine or pincushion or whatever the hell it was. There was a pool of something red and black. There were also all these little piles of something that kind of looked like garbage. What the hell was this? The world of some self-proclaimed avant-garde artist? You know, one of those guys who'd make something disgusting and then say with a completely straight face, I wanted to give expression to the chaos of this world. I'm not interested in that modern art crap, guys. It was strange, though. It wasn't really a Guro image. It looked Guro-ish, but that was as far as it went. So why did it feel so real? Why did it feel like I was right there watching it happen? Could a hallucination make you smell blood so intensely that you wanted to throw up? Could a hallucination smell so strong you wanted to vomit? I started to feel a pain in my temples. The urge to vomit wouldn't go away. I tried to grab the mouse, but my hands were shaking too badly. My hand slipped off the desk and ended up grabbing the thing's cord instead. I moved it up the cord and put it back on top of the mouse pad, and then closed the image. As I breathed a sigh of relief, I saw... Wow. Okay. I'm probably going to go ahead and switch over to Outer Wilds for a little bit, so let me just check the battery real quick. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to Outer Wilds, so yeah, I'll be back in a couple minutes with that. Okay. Well, as I was saying before I found out that the headset was about to die, I looked up how to get to Ash Twin Project, and they said to use a warp that I'm sure I've tried before, and it didn't take me to Ash Twin Project, so I don't know. I guess I could double check it, but let's see. Oh, bing, bong. Okay. Up there's the quantum moon. Okay. I think that should be close enough to the... No, maybe not. Hold on, where was... I saw it. Where was it? I thought I saw the... Oh, there it is. It's over there. Okay. Yeah, it's right there. So yeah, this should be fine. Let me just do that real quick. Okay. Pull up my chat real quick here. I'm glad you liked the visual novel so far. Yeah, I thought you might be into that kind of like thriller, psychological horror type stuff. So. Ooh, I'm just gliding along. Okay, we still haven't. Alright, come on, come on. There we go. Alright, so now we wait for this sand to go down. And there's the interloper. Okay. Boom. I like how fast you can get going at here at this planet. It's pretty crazy. All right. Okay, actually, I think we're supposed to go on the other side of this thing. Yep. Alright, so here's the dealio. We're supposed to use the warp. From what I read, you're supposed to use the warp that's in this deal right here. Okay. Wait, is this? Bro, this is the warp that I think we... Yeah, this is the warp that didn't work. I think, isn't it? Okay. I think I might understand kinda what's going on with this now. Because I think I read that it's kind of a timing issue. Whoa, okay, that was weird. Yep, that was it. Whoa, that's weird. Bro, how was I supposed to fucking figure out that you had to time it with when the sand was shooting down over it? Like, there was absolutely no way to figure that out. Well, I'm glad I fucking looked that shit up. Today we finished the excavation of the Ash Twin. Here in this space we carved, we will craft our most ambitious project yet, the Ash Twin Project, powerful enough to send information back in time. How far we've come since our experiments at the High Energy Lab. I still can hardly believe Raimi's hypothesis was true. We've also finished relocating all subterranean plants we met while digging. We'll need to keep our eyes on how significantly we've altered the environment here. Well, there's a lot of writing here. Poke just sent the warp core for the final tower to us from the Black Hole Forge. Now Ash Twin can be connected with Giant's Deep, where Cassava is working with Avens to craft the orbital probe cannon, and where Phlox is sculpting the memory statues. Hypothesis: it was not by accident the core of our warp tower was the last to be forged. Hypothesis: the cores could have been forged faster if Cassava had interrupted my work less frequently to ask for updates. The important point is we are all connected through Ash Twin now, and also that I'm no longer needed for mediating your disagreements. Our friends on Giant's Deep tested the orbital probe cannon today. Mallow tells me the cannon is doing well and that Avens advocates for more launch power. If anyone can coax the maximum power from a device, Avens can. But then if anyone can goad a device into exploding, that too is likely Avens. Perhaps I should check in with the orbital probe cannon crew in the interest of safety. Would it help to remind Avens that Mallow, his love, will be one of the Nomai aboard the cannon? Or is Mallow part of the problem? Phlox and Daz finished the memory statues today, and they are truly remarkable. When the Ash Twin project succeeds, or in the event it fails, the memory statues will activate, allowing us to gather more data before we shut down the project. Pi and Idea have worked hard on the Sun Station, and it at last is complete. If everything goes as planned, this structure will prompt the Sun's explosion, which will in turn supply the power the Ash Twin project requires. I'm impressed by their mental fortitude. This was the project's most difficult task in more ways than one. We're nearly ready to activate the Ash Twin project. Here's what will happen. First, the Sun Station will receive the order to fire at the Sun, prompting it to explode. Using the energy from the resulting supernova, the Ash Twin Project will send the order for the orbital probe cannon to fire back in time by 22 minutes. Okay. Exactly 22 minutes after these orders are received, the Sun Station will again trigger the supernova to send the probe data from this cannon launch back in time. In total, each cycle created by the Ash Twin Project will last precisely 22 minutes. We can end this cycle at will. These words are difficult to write. The Sun Station did not work. However, this is the closest we have ever been. The Ash Twin Project is theoretically sound. We were only unable to power it. Perhaps there is another way. Suppose we redesign the Sun Station. To generate power of that magnitude, a supernova is still our only viable option. I believe we can still find a way to create a supernova, my friend. Don't lose hope. This is easier expressed than accomplished. You can wait for the sun to explode on its natural timeline if you prefer, Idea, but you'll need to find some way to halt our aging process. We are halting our research into creating a supernova for this moment. A comet has newly arrived in this solar system, and we're anxious to explore it. It's been a very long time since we last explored somewhere new, so we're excited to welcome this comet. Imagine what knowledge might be gained there. Yeah, we've already, oh gosh, there's like a bunch of these things here. My gratitude for the latest shipment, Oeno. This ore should be the last we'll need for the Ash Twin Project. This is exciting news. Can I offer an extra set of eyes for this final check, specifically mine? If my work here is complete, I'd be delighted to help. We'd be grateful if you would. The more eyes, the better, as the smallest flaw or opening in the shell that protects the Ash Twin Project could lead to disaster. Once we finish the shell that seals off the central chamber, we'll check to ensure there are no longer any physical entrances. Raimi and I will be checking the interior and then the exterior for cracks, our final safety check. Oh, I think this is that cave at Timberhearth, which we've already done this, so there's not really any. Okay, let's do this one next, I guess. I have good news, Yarrow. The advanced warp core is ready to be installed in the central chamber of Ash Twin. I'm intrigued, love. Everyone here working on the Ash Twin project is excited to see it. Pi is beside herself with joy. No, it isn't. Is everything well at the forge? The core's durability could still be improved. I need more time. Ignore her, Yarrow. The core is finished, and if my sister tells you otherwise, then she will be finished as well. Don't worry, love. Poke is only nervous. The core is extraordinary, and her design work is beautifully clever. I don't know if this is really necessary, but... Okay, yeah, we've been here before. This is the Black Hole Forge. So... 13 minutes, 59 seconds ago, received data from previous cycles. Mass receiving data from probe tracking module. Giant's Deep memory statue and Timber Hearth memory statue. 8 minutes until end of cycle transmission. I've installed the masks inside the Ash Twin Project flocks. They look beautiful, although I do feel as though I'm being observed. It's comforting to know the statues will not pair until the project succeeds. Otherwise, I imagine the experience would be hard to endure. Ideally, they'll only need to activate once the project succeeds. As a safety measure, however, the statues will also activate in the event of equipment failure. They will? Why is that? If anything goes wrong with the Ash Twin Project, the statues and their masks will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it would be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. Yep, we've been here too. You've been to all these places. 15 minutes, 7 minutes till end of cycle transmission. Okay, well, I think we've read everything. Well, except this over here, I guess. Artificial gravity control. Oh, now you just float and shit. Well, I would... No, we don't want that. Hold on. Turn it back on, please. Okay, what does this do? You are about to access the core while the Ash Twin Project is active. Removing the core will disable the Ash Twin Project. Oh, I see now. Now you have to, okay. Now we do have to deactivate the gravity because I can't get to it otherwise. Remove warp core. Okay, so what am I supposed to do with this? Well, the music's like kind of different now. I mean, this hasn't changed. I mean, look, it's even still sucking sand. Even though I removed the core. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay. Does this mean the sun's not gonna supernova now? I mean, I don't know. Figure this out. Oh, nope, it's still gonna supernova. You are dead. Wait, what? Are you for real right now? So does that mean it didn't save anything I did at Ash Twin Project? So removing the core stops you from looping. No, it's still got that stuff, I guess. Okay. Well, clearly we need to do something involving the Ash Twin Project, but I'm not gonna figure that out now. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and stop for tonight. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do some more we'll do some more Outer Wilds and Chaos Head. So have a good night.